Most leaders aren't good managers, that's true, but you have to know how to manage your team. You have to know what it even means, for your team to show up for you in order to be a good leader.
I would rather have, and that's why we turned down 4,000 units in our first 4 years of business versus my ego saying, yeah, we managed 4,000 units. I would rather manage 400 of the right units and the right asset. So something like that would lead to burnout. It would lead to just absolutely not wanting to do it anymore.
I wasn't enjoying it. Like I was telling you, I enjoy building them now. I did not enjoy it. I wanted out, but then I was like, that's not my income right now, and what I'm trying to do is So I just refused to give it up. But I was actually causing more pain when I refused to pivot. I just was like, I'm pushing through this. But that's not always the way to do it. I mean, I'm not saying quit. I'm saying pivot. And it took a while for me to figure out the pivot.
Yeah, to figure it out, or to figure out that you needed to.
I knew I needed to do something different. I just don't know. I was so deep in that I couldn't even think about trying to try something different. I was just so deep into it. Yeah,
and we will say a lot at peak, like we have to get out of the peak bubble. We can't stay in our brains here at peak, because everything, if you're just surrounded and drowning in everything peak, you won't see the writing on the wall of like what's happening in the industry around the nation or just in the state. And so if you step out of whatever you're doing, become detached from it, and then think about it from a high level and forget everything internal, you sometimes can see the decisions that you have to make pretty easily. Still not easy to make those decisions, not easy to execute on those decisions, but it's interesting that some burnout like that could take you from doing something that you love doing and then make you not want to do it anymore and quit. Like you use the word quit. To me, a lot of people will rationalize not doing what they love doing or not putting in the effort to fix whatever they're doing, will rationalize it, and then they'll quit. It's the way of quitting. But that's obviously not in your, it's clearly not in your DNA.
Isn't my thing.
And burnout also, to me, I will describe burnout as losing sight of the bigger picture. If you just can keep the bigger picture in mind, you will not get burnout. You'll figure out how to get there.
When I was going through this, I was talking to, I have a mentor who's also a really good friend of mine. And it's really hard to be a good leader as well when you are in burnout or even remotely close, because if you can't see the big picture, you can't be a leader. And as painful as that can be when you're in it, you're not going to have, your team's not going to run. They can't run without a good leader. That just is what it is. And not all entrepreneurs are good leaders.
Not even close.
It takes a lot. You have to manage, then become a leader. And I say that, and people are like, well, most leaders aren't good managers. That's true, but you have to know how to manage your team. You have to know what it even means, for your team to show up for you in order to be a good leader. And that was something that also hurt me, is that I was not being a good leader because I was trying so hard to make it work that I was forgetting about everyone else that was trying to help me.
And did that look like you were doing it all the work and not delegating, not giving them an opportunity to win?
Not giving them an opportunity to win. They were just guessing because I wasn't giving them the tools to do the things. I was just like, go do this. And, and that is not a good manager. That is not a good leader, and that will definitely, your business will definitely fail if you can't figure that out.
Did your mentor tell you that, or did your employees tell you that?
No, I think I figured that out.
By employees leaving,
painfully, by wasting $250,000 on payroll and making it no progress.
Just zero progress. It's pretty painful.
Yes, it was very painful. Still a little painful.
Do you still have a team?
I do, a small team. So I had a team. I had 25 BAs.
Wow. Awesome.
And now there's 5 of us, and I know everybody has their own ideas about their teams. I thought the bigger the team, the more work I would get done, the better things would run, and it didn't work for me because I wasn't a good leader. I was just trying to get people in to hand them stuff off, but I didn't have time to tell them how to do it. So I think with the structure, when you have structure and you can say, listen, this is what I need, this is how you do it, here you go. Slow down. I wasn't slowing down. I was just like, come in, here you go, see you later, I'm busy.
And the trick is, you think you're absolutely crushing it because you got 25 people on your team, and you're like, my team's up to 25. But the thing is like, 10 of them aren't doing anything, and then the 5 are, confused. They're working really hard, but they're confused. And then you get down to 5 people, and they're just rock stars that know exactly. And you're delegating, you're communicating well, you're covering each other, and it's just like, I have always been a fan. If you could have a small elite team, it is way better than having 100, C players or something. Or not even to blame. Again, not to blame it on the. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say like C players. Have 100 with a bad leader, right? That allows the players not to have the information, the tools, the resources, etc. Because I think me and you both think similarly that it always lands on the leader.
Oh, everything does. So there's 4 of us now, and I'm making the most money I've ever made.
That's awesome.
And I have the most freedom that I've ever had.
That's incredible.
So emotionally, physically, mentally, yeah.